Hi, I'm Marie. Welcome to Marie's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're back. Hope y'all are staying safe and sane through these incredibly stressful times. I am a lifelong Texan and I'm always so proud of the Texas spirit during times like these. And so today I'm partnering with HEB as part of their inspiring and uplifting initiative called Texans Helping Texans. And through this effort, I'm going to be sharing recipes, tips, ideas for helping all of y'all get through this time, because even though we are, having to social distance, we are very much in this together. And I hope you will share your ideas, whatever recipes you're loving, whatever games you're playing, how you're getting through these long days at home. Share those with the Texans Helping Texans hashtag. We would love to hear from you. Today we're going to make an egg casserole. It's a sausage and egg casserole, and it is so easy. There is barely any chopping involved. It's also versatile. If you don't have the sausage, you can sub in ham or bacon or leave the meat out altogether. You could sub in some vegetables, so it's very flexible. Kids love it. Adults love it. You can eat it as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hopefully not all in the same day, but you never know. I just really can't wait to share it with you. Let's get started. So, homemade sausage and egg casserole, what do you need? Eggs, grated cheese, almost any will work, whatever your favorite cheese is or whatever you have on hand. Sandwich bread, and this is a little bit stale, and I'm also even using the tail ends here, so whatever you have will work. Milk, and then we're going to use pork breakfast sausage. We're going to cook that in a pan, and then to that I'll add a couple tablespoons. My secret ingredient is a little bit of maple syrup, and it just gives this little hint of sweetness with all the other savory ingredients, and to me it's so delicious. Of course, if you don't want any sugar in it, you can leave it out, but this adds just a hint of flavor. So I hope you'll try it. I really think you're going to love this one. So enough talking, let's get cooking. Okay, to start, we're going to crack 6 eggs in a bowl. Pretty easy. What were y'all doing outside?
Water balloons.
Water balloons. That's been really fun. What else have y'all been doing outside? Giant bubbles, right?
Yep.
That's been fun. Lots of bike riding, lots of walks. So 6 eggs into the bowl. Very easy. Wash my hands. Gonna whisk those together with a fork. We use very gourmet tools here. A fork. I don't ever use a whisk. I have one, I never use it. So then we'll add our 1.5 cup milk. Wonderful, thank you. We're just gonna stir that up. Oh, somebody's thirsty. We'll add a little salt, and you can add pepper. Then we can add half the cheese. This is 1 cup of cheese, and we're gonna add a half cup, and then a half cup will be on top, sort of a cheesy layer on top. So about half the cheese, you'll just add that in. And any cheese would be really good in this. Whatever your favorite is or whatever you happen to have in the fridge works. Then we'll add our bread, and I've got 4 slices of sandwich bread here, and this is a little bit stale, so that's fine. It's also the tail end, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna cut that into some cubes. He's cutting up the bread, so yeah, cubes is fine. I'm going to start cooking the sausage. So we're just gonna get some breakfast sausage, turn the fire on, get that heating up, and then we're going to just brown that in the skillet and add it to, once it cools, add it to the eggs. So I'll pop this over into the skillet. Okay, so the sausage is done cooking, and now we're gonna add my secret ingredient. This is optional. If you're trying to avoid sugar, feel free to leave it out. But I add 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup to the sausage. It's just a hint. It is not overwhelming at all. You just taste a tiny hint of maple, and it's really, really delicious. So we'll add 2 tablespoons maple syrup. There we go. Stir that around, and then the sausage is done, and we're just going to let this cool before we add it to the eggs. So easy. I love that you can make this, you know, whenever you have time, and then have it ready for breakfast the next day, have it ready for lunch if, you know, people are hungry. I have a few other things that are like that I can make ahead and just keep in the fridge ready for snacking. One of them is chicken salad. It's a great chicken salad recipe, and I've got to share it with you. So that's coming up. Another one is hummus. Homemade hummus is really great to have in the fridge. It's just a high fiber, high protein snack. Really easy with veggies. Plus you can, you know, put it on all sorts of things. So that's been great. Also eggs. Man, we are eating a lot of eggs over here. Fried eggs. If you want to see my video on how to make fried eggs, check that out. How to make a fried egg and some serving ideas there. I would love to hear what you are really enjoying or relying on. What can you buy ahead and keep in the freezer? All of those things would be so helpful to me, I know, and everyone. So share your ideas. Use Texans Helping Texans and let us know what you're doing in the kitchen. So my mom is immunocompromised, so we are having to be very careful for her. We are taking her groceries, taking her some food. We check in on her every day. That can make all the difference, is just to have a person-to-person conversation. I'm just gonna grease the pan here, some butter. You can use a spray if you have it. I never have that around, so I just use the butter or oil. This pan was actually my grandmother's. She used to make banana cakes in it for me on my birthday. It was a banana cake with cream cheese frosting and a little zest of lemon in it, and they were my favorite. So these pans are so special. Thinking of her while I'm using them. Once the sausage is cooked, we'll just let that cool, because you don't want to put the hot sausage in with your raw eggs. So let it cool, mix that together, and then everything into the pan. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Okay, now we'll add our sausage, and I'm going to use half the sausage, which is about a cup, and save the rest for other, you know, throw them in some beans or some breakfast tacos, things like that. So I'm going to only use half the sausage. You could use more if you want, or you could use the other half and make a second casserole. Again, very versatile, totally up to you. And pop that in, give that a stir, and then pour that into our pan. Now, if you're going to sub in some vegetables, which would be really delicious, just make sure you saute them a bit to get the water out. You don't want to have a lot of extra water from like zucchini or, you know, spinach, bell peppers, onions. All those have very high water content. So be sure to saute those a little bit before you add those to the egg mixture and bake it. But those would all be delicious. What I like to do is, you know, save some of those things for on the side. Have some avocado on the side, a green salad on the side, something like that. It makes it, you know, even easier. And then if you have picky people in your family who don't want to eat green things or red things, or, you know, whatever the story is, they don't have to eat that. So serve those on the side. And there we go. This is ready to go in the oven. Just going to sprinkle some cheese on top. This is my rest of my 1 cup of cheese. Just sprinkle that on top. Yum. It's really good, and it gets all nice and kind of cheesy and bubbly on top. So good. Okay, now we'll cover this with foil and bake at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. So the timer just went off. Let's grab the casserole out of the oven, take off the foil, and then we'll continue cooking it for about 15 to 20 minutes until everything is set and the cheese is nice and bubbly. Okay, and we'll take the foil off. Be careful, it is hot. Ooh, and that is just puffing up so nicely, so yummy, fluffy, light. So we'll pop this back in the oven, finish cooking at 350 degrees until everything is set, the cheese is melted and bubbly, and it is ready to eat. Okay, so we've had it in the oven for about 15 more minutes and everything is set. I'm gonna pull it out. I can't wait for you to see it. It is all puffed up in this wonderful kind of souffle look, and it's just so, everything smells so good. It looks amazing. Can't wait to dive into it. Look at that. It is all puffy on the outside. It'll sink down a little bit as it cools, but that gives you an idea. This is just the fluffiest casserole. It is so delicious. Be sure to let that cool. You can see it is nice and set in the middle. It doesn't jiggle. This is still so hot right now, but I want to cut a little taste just because it is so good. I can't wait. We may be having this for dinner. So good. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made this wonderfully easy, delicious egg casserole with just a handful of ingredients. Anyone can do this, and I really hope you get to try it. I would love to hear if you try it with some other variations, with some vegetables or with some other meat, chorizo or ham, or how you're serving it. Let me know, because that really is what this is all about. It's about all of us joining together while we're apart to help support each other and lift each other up during this time. Texans Helping Texans, use the hashtag, share your stories, let us know what is keeping you positive, what is really uplifting you during this time, because even though we are socially distant, we are all in this together. So stay tuned, stay safe, stay healthy. I really appreciate you for watching. Also, I hope you will like and subscribe. I've got lots more videos coming up with very similar recipes, just a handful of ingredients, easy to put together, comes out delicious, and really designed to help you build some confidence in the kitchen, because that really is what this is all about. It's about giving you some recipes that you can feel really good about making for people that you love. From my kitchen to yours, thank you. Bye-bye. So what is your, I know the quarantine's been hard, but what is your favorite part of the quarantine?
Not having to go to school.
Not having to go to school. That's right, we do have school, but you don't have to go, which has been fun, right?
Yeah.
Also bike rides, water balloons, what else?
Family time, yeah.
Family time, audiobooks. We've been having to get creative. Ping pong, puzzles,
Yeah.
watercolor. We can go on, right?
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about the quarantine? It's been hard, but what's your favorite thing?
Easter.
Easter. This was a wonderful Easter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe. Use the Texans Helping Texans hashtag, and we can't wait to hear your stories.